What did you make of the afternoon and the performance?
Tough afternoon for me as well, to be honest. Firstly, I'd like to thank our Tavlon fans. Thought they were great today. Supported us, made the long journey. I can only thank them. And then I have to apologise to them because the first half display was abject at best. To come here, you've got to be tight, you've got to be organised, you've got to be well drilled. We were all over the place. We gifted them 2 goals. And you gift an average team a 2-goal start, you're going to be in trouble. But a team like Derby, they get the tails up, they get the big crowd behind them, and it becomes harder and harder. Managed to stay in the game. I don't know how. Penalty could go either way, really. I mean, within a space of a minute, we could have had a pen to make it 2-1, and then they make it 3-0. But if we'd have come in 2-1, it'd have been theft. We should have been 4 or 5 down at half time. Second half, we gift them a goal after a minute, and then we've dug in not to concede anymore, and possibly helped by their player getting sent off. But listen, that's nowhere near good enough. We weren't organised enough. We let Derby press the life out of us. We didn't do the same to them, and that's normally a trait of our teams. That's normally we go to places like this and do really well. And we normally handle the ball a lot better. We looked a bag of nerves on the ball. We couldn't pass it. It'd be churlish not to commend Derby and how well he played. But we can't govern what Derby do. We've got to govern what we do. And we were poor today. And that's not taking anything away from Derby, because they were excellent, and they should have won by more than 4, to be honest. And it's not often we feel as though it's men against boys and we're out of our depth. Today was a case point that we were. That doesn't mean that we will be throughout the rest of the season, but we've got to learn from this. And you learn better with pain, in my opinion. And we'll have to analyse that. We'll have to come back and try and find a team that'll improve, and that might mean bringing players in. We can't legislate for the injuries we get. A big miss, Joe Pritchard, any team in this league would miss him. So that's a massive blow. Added onto the back of who we've already lost. You just feel as though you're struggling to keep your head above water, but we'll keep going. And there's a lot of games left to fight for, and hopefully we'll put in better displays than what we did in the first half today.
Just while you're on the injuries, Mitch Clark went off today. Is that another one to worry about?
Yeah. Well, he'll probably have a scan tomorrow, but it's not looking good.
You must wonder what you've done, because it's every game it seems you lose 1 or 2.
It's football. Sometimes it happens here, and you can't legislate for it. We haven't got the resources that the likes of Derby County or Ipswich have got. You look at the bench that they're bringing on today. They're bringing 3 proven players on in one hit. Well, we're not, and we can't, because we can't afford to. And a little bit of banter with a couple of the Derby fans, and they're saying, it's men against boys, and I said, well, it should be, shouldn't it, really? We spoke earlier before the game about where we were 23 years ago, and we were 17th in the Unibond First Division. So we fought our way to get here, and we're going to fight even harder to stay.
How do you pick the players up, lift them, kind of get them back in the frame of mind that they need to be in going into the FA Cup and beyond?
Start by picking myself up, and realise how lucky you are to be involved in professional football. And then we'll come up with a game plan, and hopefully the players will stick to it better than what they did today. We've certainly got to pass the ball better, and that's something that we're going to have a full 3 days concentrating on this week.
You've actually got out of the relegation places just about because of the result between Morecambe and Burton yesterday. How concerning is it at the minute? Oh,
very worrying. When you're losing key players left, right and centre, it's very worrying, because you can't just keep replacing them. You end up with a squad of about 80 players. The bigger teams can, we can't, and we'll do our best.
And we mentioned a transfer window. You touched upon in the build up to this game, maybe one being close and maybe a couple more in the works. Is that something that has to be sort of done sooner rather than later?
It will be done today, I think. One will be done today.
And obviously one signing is a start.
Yeah, it is, yeah. We possibly need 2 or 3 more.